Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking over, as you can see, food for my bug out bag. As some of you guys have been knowing, I've been going and creating a new bug out bag and really planning everything out as far as the different compartments, the different areas of it, and today I'm going to go over the food item. So I have a bunch of different food choices over here, and I was going to kind of talk about the different ideas that I was currently debating on. So I broke it up into three different categories for food options. The number one category is to go the MRE route. The second thing I was thinking was going the freeze-dried, stuff that you get at REI route. And the third was to kind of go and create my own dishes using things that I could buy at the grocery store and different proteins. So I'm going to just kind of talk about what I'm thinking at this point, and then kind of let you know where I'm leaning towards. I was planning on, I'm going to be weighing everything. I have my little digital scale, and I'm going to weigh everything. I'm going to try to keep this to around 10 pounds, and I know that might be a lot for some people, but I'm not just going to do, I don't think I'm just going to do 72 hours worth of food. I might go up to 5 days of food, or maybe more. And so here's kind of what, let me just kind of go over some of these options. So these little pasta sides and Idaho bacons, I was inspired a lot by Eric the Black, who has a blog on backpacking. Oh, he has a blog on a lot of different things for ultralight backpacking, and he has a real good, I'll try to put a little link up to it, on options for food that you can get at the grocery store. And so these things are so cheap. It's about a buck each. And when you combine it like how he does, he could get quite a few calories in there, which is an important thing. So he would use one of these and then add stuff to it like Spam or here's some salmon. And then if you notice this over here, no, this isn't a urine sample. This is olive oil, which he kind of uses as a substitute for butter and to just add more calories to everything. I was really amazed to see, I looked at this box of mac and cheese, and I had no idea that when I was eating a whole box of this, I was eating 1,200 calories. And this is something I could vacuum seal in a bag if I wanted to. The only thing that I found that I don't like about this is that the shelf life of these things suck. They, basically, not counting the Spam or the salmon or fish or chicken, those will last for a few years. But these things only last maybe, I don't know, like 6 months or so. And I'm not sure if I want to be changing out my food all the time. So that kind of led me towards maybe going through this route. And this is just a breakfast. But these things last a long time. This is, let's see, expires 2018. The only thing I didn't like about these are that, one, they're expensive. And two, I think this one's a small one, but if you start getting the full meals, it gets kind of bulky. I'm not sure if I want to have a huge shoebox size of compartment of food. Although I might if I decide to. But the third option that I had is going the MRE route. The things I like about it is that it has a lot of. It's not just this is the full meal one, so it's not just the meal like you would get in a Mountain House, but it has a bunch of different little snacks and goodies in there that you could add to your meal and to complete it. If I were to do MREs, I would definitely field strip it. I wouldn't want to keep this full container. I would take out the utensils and maybe the shake, and just kind of to try to decrease the weight, because when you put this guy on the scale, it's fairly heavy, I think. I don't really munch on these all the time, so but I have tried them, and you can see that's 1 pound 13 ounces about, which is pretty heavy. The good thing is it has a ton of calories on it, and I like all the goodies on it. Actually, none of these things I would prefer to eat. Ideally, I don't like anything really packaged. I like making my own things. But if I were to judge it just on taste, I'd probably pick this route for the stuff that I'd be most accustomed to eating. If I was in a bug out situation, I wouldn't want to start get sick by eating a bunch of MREs. That's something I'm not used to eating. So if I were to rank them through taste, I would probably go this taste number one, and then I don't know, maybe a tie between these. Maybe this is leading a little bit. The only thing on a lot of these, at least for the MREs, I do not like the breakfast choices. So I'm kind of debating whether to go with Quaker kind of instant thing, maybe add something like these craisins to it and give a little more calories, or going the Mountain House breakfast route, which definitely lasts longer, although it's probably a little bigger. This is just one serving, so again, this would only last 6 months. The only pro that I could see with doing this route is that I might eat that just normally. So every 6 months, maybe I'll have to clear out my bug out bag, start eating those things, and stock up on new ones. And maybe the same could be said with this. Or these are so cheap, I'd be willing to donate them to the Salvation Army or something. Also, let's see, for drinks, I was looking for something with a lot of electrolytes, so I was kind of leaning towards the Gatorade route, which would fit. I have a clean canteen bottle it would be a perfect fit for that. Also, I'm a big coffee drinker, so I have the Starbucks Vias, which I'm not sure how each one. I've never weighed them before, but let's see. Yeah, so basically nothing. So maybe having 10 of those on me would be nice. For the snacks route, I have a bunch of different options that I'm leaning towards. I'm trying different things out. These are some stuff that you get at REI. And of course, I'm going to have Cliff Bars in it for sure, because I like Cliff Bars. I also have something, maybe Fig Newtons, which, if they get crushed in the bag, they won't really break like a cracker will. And each one of these little things has about 200 calories, so they definitely weigh a little bit, though. And I'm also leaning towards having some beef jerky and some other things in there. Let's see, so if I were to do this route, I might keep these in the bag. I could probably cook in that bag. With the mac and cheese, I would probably put it in a Ziploc and take out all the air from it and vacuum seal it. Let's see, what else do I have? Some gum. Just something to chew on. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards doing MREs for lunch and dinner, and doing Mountain House breakfast for breakfast only. I think that with this, maybe if I taped it or something, I could probably squeeze maybe 3 to 5 of these in there, and I'd have 3 to 5 breakfast options. I don't really think this weighs that much either. Let me see. I don't know, 5 ounces. So if I'm going to be playing with different things. I'm going to see if I could fit maybe 6 of these in, 3 to 5 of these in, and then different snacks and drinks, and see if I could keep it under the 10-pound mark. These Cliff Bars I'm going to be including in my SAS survival pouch as well as a snack. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you think 10 pounds is too much for food. After watching the stuff that was going on in Japan, if they had a 72-hour kit, they'd run out of food pretty quick, and they were looking for rations from the government and looking for different food droppings, and never really got delivered. So I wouldn't want to, especially having a family, I wouldn't want to be unprepared. The last thing I was going to do, which would even increase my amount of food that I would have, is on top of this. So say I was around the 9-pound mark, I was been thinking about including a mainstay 3,600 calorie emergency food rations bar. I'll put a link up there. It has 9 bars in it, and basically that'd be my last ditch, food option to get me by on top of what I have here. So if I had 3 to 5 days of food here, I'm leaning towards 5 days actually. And then if I also included that would give me an extra 3 days of food, although it would be nasty to eat. I wouldn't like it, but at least be something. So let me know what you think, if this is which route that you felt works best for you. I know a lot of the bug out guys are doing MREs. A lot of the backpackers, the hardcore ones, are either making their own or getting, and maybe some of the yuppier ones are getting the Mountain House. So there's a lot of different options I'm leaning towards. But this is kind of what I'm thinking about for food. All of these would be stored in its own compartment, and I'm leaning towards a Sea to Summit waterproof bag. So I'm kind of hoping to have something, I don't know, that big sitting in the middle of my backpack, because this is going to be pretty heavy, so I want that weight in the middle of the pack to kind of balance everything out. So you're looking at my research and development for food. Let me know what you think, leave comments, and talk with you later. Bye. Hey guys, I'm splicing in this video here. I wanted to add one more thing to this topic on food. One of the reasons why I was kind of leaning towards this MRE route was that it didn't require a lot of water for me to be able to cook with or to boil with, which would take up fuel for the cooking system that I eventually come up with. So that's one reason why I was leaning towards this versus these other ones, which would require water and boiling and just maybe a little bit more effort. I also wanted to say that I'm also planning, I'd like to do some kind of spice kit and have it in an Altoids tin. Gwen 1975 has a system like that where you have salt and pepper and different spices in there. But I'd like to have some spices available too, so it's, in very small containers. So not in this size, but something very small, maybe the size of my thumb. Just to be able to give some different food options and flavors, and I'd like to have a cayenne pepper in there because I like spicy food too. So I just wanted to add that in regarding the fuel on the MREs versus going with something that's dried and requiring water. So I'll splice this in at the end. Talk to you later.